I am starting the chapter of surface areas and volumes. I am giving an introduction to the topics of this chapter. First is that an introduction to surface areas and volumes for combination of solids. The first is when two cubes are joined together. See here, two cubes are joined together. Then this one is the first cube and this one is the second cube. When these two cubes are joined together, then we have got a cuboid. Now in this cuboid, this is the breadth and this is the height and this is the length. Then the surface area of new cuboid will be LB plus BH plus HL. This is the cuboid form. Length of new cuboid will be L1 plus L2, that is given by capital L. Then breadth of new cuboid is B, that was of the breadth of the cube. This breadth and height, these two will be equal in the new cuboid also. Breadth, for the symbol of breadth we have given B, height H. Then the volume of new cuboid is same, L into B into H. Now here B and H are equal because previously it was a cube. There is no change in the breadth and no change in the height of the cube. Then we can use here H also, L into H into H or L into B into H. Then the total surface area of new cuboid will be LB plus BH plus HL. See here, L into H can be written plus B H into H. Here breadth and height is same. Then here plus H into L we can write like this also, or otherwise we can write the surface area of new cuboid is LB. L is the capital L, B is the breadth of the cube and it is same for the cuboid also, and height is also the height of the cube and it is also same for the new cuboid. Then surface area of new cuboid is LB plus BH plus HL. Now the next is hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. See here, it is a hemisphere mounted by a cylinder. On a hemisphere a cylinder is fixed. Then the volume of new cylinder will be, now we are to find the volume. First we should see that this is the height of the cylinder and this is the height of the hemisphere. This height of hemisphere is also the radius of the sphere. This is radius and this is also radius of the sphere as well as the radius of the cylinder. Now we are to find the volume of new solid formed. It will be volume of cylinder plus volume of hemisphere. Now volume of cylinder is given by the formula pi r square h and volume of hemisphere is given by 2 by 3 pi r cube. Then the summation of these two will in cubic units will be the volume of the new solid. Now we are to find the inner surface area of vessel. Now inner surface area of cylinder plus inner surface area of hemisphere. Now inner surface area of cylinder means the curved surface area of the cylinder, and inner surface area of this hemisphere also means for the curved surface area of this hemisphere. See here, inner curved surface area of cylinder plus inner curved surface area of hemisphere. Now inner curved surface area of cylinder is given by 2 pi r h plus inner curved surface area of hemisphere is given by 2 pi r square. The sum of these two from the sum of these two we will get the inner surface area of the vessel in square units. Then next is a hemisphere is mounted by a cone. Now if a cone is mounted on a hemisphere, then volume of new solid will be volume of cone plus volume of the hemisphere. It is volume of cone is given by 1 by 3 pi r square h. H is the height of the cone, r is the radius for both cone and base of the cone and for the hemisphere. Then volume of new solid will be 1 by 3 pi r square h plus 2 by 3 pi r cube. 2 by 3 pi r cube is the volume for the hemisphere in cubic units. Then if we are to find the total surface area of toy, that is new solid, Now curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Curved surface area of cone is given by pi rl. L is the slant height of the cone. Pi rl plus 2 pi r square. 2 pi r square is the curved surface area of hemisphere in square units. Then the next is for a cylinder having two hemispheres on both of its ends. It is a cylinder and it has one hemisphere on its lower end and one hemisphere on its upper end. Means it has two hemispheres on both of its ends. Now see here, this hemisphere and this hemisphere collectively form a sphere. Then volume of new solid will be volume of cylinder plus volume of both of the hemispheres on each end. Then volume of cylinder plus volume of sphere, total sphere. Then it will be volume of cylinder is pi r square h and volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube in cubic units. It gives us the volume of new solid. Now if we are to find the surface area of new solid, then it will be curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of hemisphere on both of its ends. It will be 2 pi r h, it is for the curved surface area of cylinder, and 2 pi r square for one hemisphere and 2 pi r square for other hemisphere. Then it will be 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r square, means 2 pi r h plus 4 pi r square square units. Then next is the cylinder mounted by a cone. If cone is surmounted on a cylinder, then volume of new solid is volume of cylinder plus volume of cone. Now if h1 is the height for the cylinder and h2 is the height for the cone, then volume of this cylinder will be pi r square h1 and volume of this cone will be 1 by 3 pi r square h2. Now sum of these two will give us a volume of new solid in cubic units. Now we are to find the total surface area of new solid. Now we are to find the total surface area, means curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of cone, because the cylinder is also hollow here and the cone is also hollow. Therefore the total surface area will be 2 pi r h1 plus pi rl. Pi rl is the curved surface area of cone. Now if suppose there is this figure has a base on of its one end, means here a circle is also given, that means it is closed from the below. If it is closed from below, means here is a circle, then total surface area, to find the total surface area of this whole figure, we will have to add the area of circle in this also. Then we will get 2 pi r h1 plus pi rl plus pi r square units for the to find the total surface area of this figure. Now next is, from a solid cylinder a conical cavity is cut out. It is a solid cylinder given and a cone is cut from it. It is a solid, again listen that it is a solid cylinder, it is not a hollow cylinder, it is a solid cylinder. From this solid cylinder a cone is cut out. Then we are to find the total surface area of new solid formed. Now see how many surfaces are formed in it. One surface is that of cone, one surface is this circle, and the one surface is the curved surface area of the cylinder. These surfaces we have got. One surface is for the cone that we have cut out, we will get the cone here, and one surface is of the circle and one surface is the curved surface of the cylinder. Now we have to find the total surface area of new solid formed. It will be curved surface area of cone plus area of upper circle plus curved surface area of cylinder. It is pi rl plus pi r square plus 2 pi rh square units. Now if we are to find the volume of this portion, see, if we are to find the volume of this portion, then what we will do, we will find the volume of the cylinder and then we will find the volume of the cone, then we will subtract the volume of the cone from the volume of cylinder to find this part, this and this part of the cylinder. Now there is some note. Note 1 is when a solid figure is melted and recast into another solid, then volume of two solids is always equal. Means there is one solid that is melted and one new solid is formed, that molten material. Then the volume of both of the solids will be equal. Then the second is if two solids are melted to form a new solids. Previously we have two solids and these two solids are melted and a new solid is formed. Then the sum of volumes of previous two solids will be equal to the volume of the new solid formed.